you've done this, you've gone through this stage. When you've both finished school, what were you thinking? Were you like, this is a no-brainer, we're just going to keep doing this because I love this?
That was your sort of mentality.
Yeah, that was my mentality. And I was already working for a company 1 day a week called Dutton Garage.
That's right.
I was working for a car dealership at that time, and I was only working 1 day a week there. And I was taking photos for their Instagram and whatever, and then helping run their Instagram. At one point, their marketing manager left, and they hired a new marketing manager, and they assigned the Instagram over to me. And I started rocking up there way more often, until the point where they were like, if I didn't rock up one day, they're like, "Oh, Mikey, where'd you go?" And I was like, "I don't work here full time.
Yeah,
I'm just rocking up because I like coming here."
Yeah. And
then eventually they're like, "Oh, we need to put you on full time." And then once we got back from this America trip in 2017 or whatever, I got put straight on to full time at the end of 2017, and then worked full time from before even just getting to work full time. I was like, I see myself working here at Dutton Garage, and this will probably be my first and last job, because after this I don't know what I'm going to be doing, because I didn't even see YouTube and all.
We hadn't even thought about YouTube at that point.
Oh, really?
That was like,
none of that was even YouTube was really only a thing, because I was like in early 2018 was when we made the switch to Sony. And I said to myself, if I upgrade my camera to something that autofocuses, I'll start YouTube. I'll start a YouTube channel.
Okay.
So that was the time. That was the point, like in early 2017, where I was like, because what actually gave me the incentive to start the YouTube channel, and why I actually kind of wanted to upgrade my camera, I wasn't even looking at Sony at the point. I just wanted a camera that could autofocus for vlogging, like continuous autofocus. And I was like, if I get a camera like that, then I'll start a YouTube channel, right? Because the Nikon that I had didn't do that. And I was, when I was learning with photography, and I was watching tutorials, and you'd get some kid that would teach you how to do your job, or some Indian bloke would teach you how to Photoshop something together. And I was like, but the tutorials, although they were informative, they were just boring. Like I just didn't want to,
just technical, boring stuff.
And it would take 4 minutes to get to the point where you just needed to know which button to press to do what or something.
So it's like a 20-minute video.
Yeah, and it just annoyed the shit out of me. And I was like, if I ever did these tutorials, I'd make them at least funny.
Yeah.
Like, just mix informativeness with like education with humor, and just have it like mixed together. Like, at least it's watchable then. Yeah. And not just like super bland and stuff.
You guys have a very, I can see that at some point you discovered the Casey Neistat sort of vlog when he came out. I think like for a lot of people who into film and cameras, that was the thing. But I get I see your style, and it reminds me a lot of the Peter McKinnons of the world. It's sort of really engaging, informative, educational, but like I don't find him funny though.
There's too many Peter McKinnons out there.
There is.
I feel like there's got his own cult of people.
Just like same
that
lighting,
use the same intro,
same lighting,
same intro, same like
same color grading,
and
everything.
Same type of person. To be honest, it's like
they try to be him.
Like just do your own thing. Like that's at the end of the day, that's what people are coming back to, is your own personality.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for you, it was Dutton.
Yeah.
How about yourself?
In terms of like realizing,
how did you get into it and realize like this is the thing I want to do?
It was hard because my family wanted me to go to uni, not like full on strict like you got to go, but they really wanted me to go just because like all your parents, because they don't understand this new age. Like I don't expect my parents to understand that I'm a YouTuber. Even now, they just see me doing. They're supporting me now, but back when this was like, I'd just come out of school. I was just doing like Instagram, taking photos, just going out with Mike. They wanted me to go to RMIT. Like I got into RMIT, and I was there.
And what were you going to study?
I was studying photography. I actually went to uni.
That's right. You did 2 weeks or something.
So I lasted like 2 weeks of actually going. I think the whole time I was there was for like 2 months, but I actually like the actual time that I went in was 2 weeks worth. So after that, I was smart about it though. I got out before I had to pay. Because I didn't want to pay.
A 3-week period where you don't have
something
to pay.
like that. Yeah.
Just like literally,
No, I didn't have anything against it. It was just I'd already been doing photography for 3 years at that point. Yeah. And the classes were like the day one basics of when you pick up a camera. And
you basically would have gone in there and realized like I'm not going to learn anything here.
Well, I wasn't. I tried. Because I like having an open mind about everything. I'm like, I will give it a go. I'll try it. But then I was speaking to my teacher and she said like the first 2 years will be this sort of dry phase where it's just dry learning. I'm like, dude, I don't want to do this. Like, fuck this. So
yeah,
I was speaking to Mike.
You'd still be in uni right now.
I'd still have one more year.
How many years is it? Three.
Yeah. So I'd still have a year left.
Just wasting your time.
Being uni, I wouldn't even be doing YouTube or anything. So
look, it was something that we said downstairs when we were getting our coffees and teas, and I just think like in the creative area, unless you really, 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 really want to go work for a Big Four agency, I don't see any point in going to uni. Like, you may as well just go get a job straight away, build up your own profile, and go for it.
I was just about to say that. Unless you're doing like something that needs a degree, because you're not going to go off experience if you're, a surgeon. Oh, I've just practiced on other people. Like, no, a surgeon doesn't do that. Like, you need to go get a degree for that shit.
A lawyer, doctor,
engineer, like that's stuff like all that kind of stuff. Like, you actually need, like documentation to show that you're a professional in this industry. And but like what I hear, a lot of people like, I hear some of my friends and stuff, and their older siblings or whatever are studying accounting, and then realizing after however many years of studying it that it's not for them. And it's like, fuck, well, like, you tried, but where do you go from there? Because then you got to start, ground zero again because you just decided.
I'm so glad that like we didn't do it, because it is like, especially going back to just being a creative, the best way to learn, and this is actually everything, the best way to learn is by doing, but especially
it's the only way to learn.
That's the only way. Yeah, well, that's true.
Yeah.
But the best way to learn, is by doing with photography especially. And I thought, why am I going to uni to learn about photography? Why don't I just do it, build a portfolio? And I didn't have a plan. I just knew that this was a better option to not go to uni.
There was a lot of questions that we got, and I noticed there was when you look at the questions higher up, there was a lot of people that I get a sense that they're either finessing or like focusing on minutia. Like, they're giving themselves a reason why they should not go into it, or look for a way to make money out of it. Like the old cliches, like some of the questions here were funny. Like, do you take camera gear everywhere? Like, things that they're obviously, like, oh, what would you do for a camera under $1,000? Whereas I get a sense with you guys, like, who gives a fuck? Just go do it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just start somewhere and just do it.
I think a lot of people, like, we get questions like that literally every day, bombarded with what's the best budget good camera. It doesn't exist.
And it never will.
And good do not belong in the same sentence for anything. Yeah. Like, if you're on a budget, and a tight budget, I mean, you're going to get shit. Yeah. Like, I'm sorry, like, it's just, there's no other way, especially with camera gear, because you're paying for the quality, the way that it's made, and the actual quality of the insides of it, like a glass. You're actually paying for the quality of the glass. That's what you're paying for. Yeah. And like, aside from all the brands and stuff, because Sigma also make really good lenses as well as Sony, right? But Sony will tend to use better class. That's why they're expensive. They're not expensive because they're some designer brand. It's fucking Sony. Like, they make PlayStations and TVs. Like, they're not a designer brand like Louis or fucking Gucci or whatever. They're not there. The reason why they're expensive is because they're made of good quality products. Yeah.
So what would you say principally to those people? How would you convince them? Like, I'm sure you get it all the time, but what is the thing that you say to them that really clicks for a lot of people? Is it literally just say, look, just go do it, man? You waste years finessing.
Is it the question for like going to university learning?
The people who are like, finessing over what camera gear I should get, what camera should I go to uni?
For a camera, I usually just suggest the Canon 80D, and I wouldn't recommend really much else if you want to get serious with photography. There's just people that want to get serious. If you don't really know what you're dabbling with right now, you're just sort of like looking into photography and not sure if I want to make it a full-time thing.
Pick something.
Just pick anything.
Just like anything. Any camera that can take a photo that has
manual mode. Anything manual mode just to start with. Oh my, like literally even a phone, like most Android phones have manual modes now. Like just start with that, anything, just to learn the basics of photography. Go watch all the shitty YouTube tutorials and all the weird guys that are going to teach you all the knowledge and stuff about editing and all that, all those boring. Go do all that. And then if you want to get serious about photography, get a Canon 80D, because that is the best bang for buck camera I've ever seen on the market.
Yeah. As a starting point, getting into photography, I 100% agree.
Yeah.
And it does video exceptionally well.
Yeah, so if you want to get into YouTube and vlogging and you need to do a video project from someone or get into video, has the capability to do that too.
You know David Dobrik?
Yeah.
Right? He has a Canon 80D.
Yeah.
He doesn't use a mic.
at all.
No, we saw him at VidCon.
No, he walked past us like doing a video. He doesn't use a mic.
Not even one of the sort of cat fur
Nothing.
mics.
Like,
and we actually asked one of his
camera.
mates, like, why doesn't he use a mic? And he goes, he doesn't like it. He hates them. He wants like the omnidirectional mic in the camera because he wants the raw feeling of it.
He wants the raw stuff.
He wants the raw feeling of it.
Yeah, how cool
and
is
that
that?
just proves the point that Casey Neistat says you don't need, for general vlogging style, sort of street style riffing type filming, you don't really need the most expensive
I remember what
equipment.
Casey said was that people actually don't care about the quality of the video. They actually care about the story.
Yeah.
So it can be filmed on a dog shit camera, right? I'm serious. But as long as it's got a good story and like an engaging story to it, people are going to listen to it and watch it because they want to find out about it.